Hi Libra, I'm going to be doing a self-love tarot spread. These are general messages, so if it doesn't resonate with you this week, come back next week and maybe I can help you then. These are self-love messages intended for Spirit to showcase areas where we might be letting ourselves down, or areas where we could be more authentic with ourselves and the people around us. Self-love is about the habits that we build over time that end up with us giving our power away or giving away our energy. And learning self-love is about rearranging those habits so that we're also getting back. And Spirit, this is Spirit's way of showcasing you areas you can give back to yourself. So like I said, this is a self-love tarot message, and it's a 6-card spread. The 7th message, I usually do Spirit message. I shuffled a little bit before we started, but let's do one more. Can't hurt, right? Okay. Let's see. In the first position is going to be your feelings right now. In the second position is going to be something that Spirit wants you to prioritize. In this third position is going to be an area where you may either consciously or subconsciously know that you're letting yourself down. In this fourth position is something that Spirit wants you to showcase more often to be more authentic with yourself or with others. Part of self-love is self-acceptance, and it's hard to accept parts of yourself that you're not willing to let out. In the fifth position is going to be something you need to let go of. Pretty simple. In the sixth position is going to be something that Spirit wants you to acknowledge. In the seventh position is going to be Spirit message. What Spirit wants you to know from that. And then I will clarify with the Shamanic Healing Oracle deck. If you haven't seen these before, they're beautiful, and I will show them to you as we go. So in this first position, like we said, it's going to be how you're feeling right now. Wow. Okay, Libra, you might be feeling virtuous. This is great. Virtue can be anything. I'm sure that you guys know the most famous saying, patience is a virtue, right? A virtue is a trait that people aspire to have. They think that it's a good trait. Virtue could be bravery. It could be thrift. A virtue could be, like I said, patience. It could be temperance, right? Learning how to deal with your emotions. There's all kinds of virtues. And if you look closely with this 3 of Wands, this guy or this gal, doesn't really matter, they are juggling these virtues. So Libra right now, which is great, totally in alignment with who you are, right? Libras are represented by justice, and justice is balance of scales, right? So right now you're balancing these virtues, attempting to be maybe more in line with who you want to be. When we think about our virtues, it goes almost hand in hand with our values, right? Like, so if I go to church and I worship God, my values probably are along the lines of those established by the church or by the Bible. So I'm very family oriented. I probably don't steal, and I definitely don't kill people. That's like almost big number 1 of the things. No, I think it's number 2 of the things, or 3. I'm not sure. But your values and your virtues tend to go hand in hand. So it's entirely possible that right now, Libra, what you're trying to do is move towards being more of the person you want to be by developing or juggling these virtues. That'd be really great. I would love that for you, Libra. Okay. Spirit something wants you to prioritize something, right? The next, number 2 position is Spirit wants you to prioritize this. This is the 8 of Swords. Traditionally, she's held back by herself, but Libra, this one says interference. Can you see that? Interference. And these strings that are coming down from the heavens, the skies. When I think about the Eight of Swords. Like I said, traditionally, she's blindfolded and she's just stuck there by herself. But in this particular case, it looks as if there is something holding you back. There could literally be ties to something that is keeping you from moving forward. And maybe that's why you're in this virtuous energy, Libra. Oh my gosh, because you're so balanced. Or maybe because you need to be balanced. Spirit is saying you're in this virtuous energy, but you have to deal with whatever's interfering with you. Maybe because you're trying to be fair, or because you're trying to do the right thing, you're being careful, cautious. Safety or being cautious would definitely be a virtue. Yeah, precaution. But in this situation, Spirit is saying this thing needs to be dealt with. So you do probably know about it. In this third position, this is something Spirit wants you to focus on. This might be an area where you're not giving yourself 110%. And Spirit's saying it's this sun. That's so nice. Maybe you're not getting enough energy coming in toward Libra, sorry. I don't know why I did that. Libra, are you dealing with a Taurus? I don't do relationships. I just do self-relationships. I don't do interpersonal relationships. I do intrapersonal relationships. But this looks like joy to me. Even if there's another person there, I get so much sense of like brightness and happiness and just, you know, doing like, spring is coming up, right? Going out and doing fun spring things. It's kind of the summer too because it's full on sunshine and those sunflowers are blooming, but going out and doing fun things, joy. Where are you experiencing joy? Have you been experiencing joy as of lately? If you're dealing with this interference, it might be that you haven't actually been experiencing joy, but Spirit wants you to prioritize more of it, right? And an area where you could be more authentic with yourself, oh my goodness. Here we have the star. Okay. So the star is representing a new beginning. The star is representing all the positivity collecting, right? Look how it's just so bright, and it's just like pushing all of this energy out so that there's all this positivity coming out of the universe. And we see our beautiful little mermaid here, and she's pouring into this water. She's renewing this pond. She's bringing new life and new energy into it. I feel, Libra, as if maybe something has ended for you, or because of the interference, I think maybe something is in the process of ending for you. So you're trying to be virtuous right now. You're trying to act in a way that, goes with your beliefs, right? And maybe because of that, that's interfering. We have the Hierophant sometimes, and he indicates like connections to beliefs, like indoctrination, doctrine, right? So he represents all of these ties to what you believe that you're supposed to do. And it's entirely possible that even your virtues could be holding you back in this situation. Maybe your virtues are this interference. If you believe, let's just first say, if you believe that you can't get a divorce because that goes against your religious beliefs, your virtue then could be that family matters the most over everything, and that could be interfering with yourself. But I'm just saying those could be like possible things. And what I get here is the sense of the star. So I feel like something has come to an end, or something is coming to an end. And Spirit wants you to focus on this joy. See the good in whatever's coming or is happening. Because when it's finished, right? When it's finished, there's going to be a new beginning. Spirit wants you to start that new beginning now. Don't wait until it's over. Don't wait until this interference is past. Definitely deal with the interference because it sets the priority. You need to prioritize this. But act already as if it's over. Act as if you're already there. Act as if you already have whatever. Act as if the interference is already gone. Because Spirit is showcasing here this new beginning. And It wants you to acknowledge it. It wants you to not only acknowledge this new beginning, but it wants you to showcase this new beginning. It wants other people to see through you the new beginnings are possible, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is the universe has a lot of power. The universe can make almost anything happen, right? If you believe that it can. And when the universe does a good, positive thing for you, it is for you, 100%. Don't ever doubt that. Things don't just like fall into your lap by random chance. Those things always lead to something else, or they always come from something else, hard work. So they might not be connected, or you might not feel it, but maybe connected. Like maybe you help an old lady across the street, and because the universe values your virtue, right, and your values, it thinks, okay, well, this person should be rewarded in some way. And then, you know, as you cross the street and you go down the next street, like you continue on your way, you find $60 on the ground, and there's nobody around. There's no one to give it to. It's just there in the middle of the sidewalk. That's the universe rewarding you. You might think, oh, it's my lucky day, but no, that's a reward. And so what the universe does is rewards you for your good behavior. But what the universe wants is for you to showcase that reward. Take that $60 and say, hey, look what happened, you know? I got lucky today, or, you know, I helped this old lady, and then 5 minutes later I was walking around and then I found $60 on the ground. Right? Tell the story. Don't say, oh, I was lucky. I don't know why I didn't mean to say that. But tell the story. Showcase what the universe has given to you. Because not only does that, it showcases your faithfulness, that things will go well. You don't have to have faith in God or whatever your perception of whoever's in charge or whatever pushes the universe. You just have to have faith that things aren't always going to be bad, that good things can happen. That's part of that emotional space. I don't know if we've talked about it, but we can or we will in the future, okay? But giving yourself that emotional space, thinking that things can go right, will help things go right. But it also showcases to other people that things can go right. You are always a walking example of how to live or how not to live, if that's the life that you're walking. So Spirit wants you to acknowledge this new beginning and then show it off. Okay? In your letting go of, in this fifth position, something to let go of, is excellent. The Tower, Libra. Something did happen, yeah. Something did happen, and maybe it's not fully complete yet, and that's why there's that sense of interference. Or maybe something did happen, and you still feel stuck to the situation. But whatever it is you're dealing with this Tower, Spirit wants you to let go of it and prioritize. Make a priority of getting yourself released from it. I don't think it's in your head. I think there is something still that has to be done. It is swords, so it could be like some communication. It could be signing some papers. It could just be, you know, it's something that has to be released, but it's not in your head. This is like a thing. It's like a real thing. You know, I don't know what it is because I don't know what you're going through, but some kind of communication, some kind of written thing, some kind of Eight of Swords. I'm just thinking ideas. So, you know, something is holding you back and you have to deal with it. It came along with this Tower. Something did happen. In this position of something Spirit wants you to acknowledge. All right, Libra, the High Priestess. Look at her. She's even coming out like, I'm the High Priestess. Look at her. Look at her. Standing there, looking all boss. Just covered in emotions. She is just standing her ground. The guardian of intuition. So what Spirit is saying they want you to acknowledge, pay attention more to, be aware of, is your own intuition. Beautiful. I think that you're on the right path because this is showing me that something happened. And this is showing me that you're not sulking in whatever happened. You are not holding yourself back. The situation, there's something left over that you have to deal with, but you are standing in your power, Libra. I know that I know that we didn't get the Justice card, but this is virtue. This says that, like, you're not stooping to somebody else's level. You're not worried about what else is going on around you. You are dealing with the problem, but Spirit wants you to prioritize acting as if the problem's already dealt with. Acting as if, like, not that it never happened, because it does show a tower, and towers historically fall for a reason. So pay attention to the reason the tower fell, right? But just let it go. Just move away from it. Spirit's message to you in the 7th position is this Knight. Oh, it's the King of Swords. King of Swords. Look at that. Excellent. Excellent. I love this. I get the sense that you are taking charge. The King of Swords, he has ideas, and not just like, I think I'm going to do this, and beat tomorrow to that, I think I'll do this. No, he has ideas, also very air energy, Libra, very nice. He has ideas, and he's going to move towards them. He is going to, like, follow them all the way through. And he's going to, the ideas that he's going to come up with, not only going to follow through with them, but he is going to be able to build a kingdom based on his ideas. So there's something that he understands, there's something that he wants, there's something that he's going after. I love this energy for you, Libra. Look at him, the King of Swords. He's following those birds. Animals in the tarot represent our connection with spirit and our connection with our intuition. So the King of Swords is not only somebody who gets great ideas, but it is somebody who's also connected with his intuition. You know the way to go. Spirit is saying that you deserve this. You do. No, Spirit is saying that whatever you came through, you are on the other side of it now, and you deserve a reward because Spirit wants you to act, prioritize, focus, showcase this happiness. Spirit says you've been sad for long enough. Libra, act as if it's already here. Okay? Even if you're still just kind of stuck in something, whatever the paperwork or the communication is, it's a small detail. It's that last little thing. You don't have to worry about it. You have already moved on. It's just technicalities now. Act as if it's already here. I love that. Let's go ahead and clarify, even though I think it's pretty straightforward. I think, okay? Let's see, Libra, this virtue, your feminine energy. Oh, you know why, I bet the reason that you're able to like tap into this virtue and live in your values, Libra, is because you've gotten in touch with your feminine energy. Feminine energy is really about going inside and figuring out how we feel about things. Once we know how we feel, we can deal with things more effectively, but if we spend too much time running or hiding, we don't ever get into contact with those feelings, and so we can't deal with the things that are in our way. But you came into this feminine energy, Libra, beautiful. Probably your psychic developments. Oh my gosh. So I don't really know if I believe in reading minds or the future. I don't even predict the future. I don't do that. I can guess. I can maybe see a string or a thread, or I just read whatever comes up. So it's not like I'm seeing something, I'm literally just reading the book. I'm just opening it to a page and reading it. I don't know necessarily if I believe in psychic abilities, but what I do believe in is nothing. Development, like mental development. So like tapping more into your intuition. Your intuition is your parasympathetic nervous system's way of letting you know what's going on when your brain can't figure something out. Your brain processes face value emotions or face value situations. Your gut processes everything else. Learning to listen to the way that your body reacts to things is your way of getting in touch with your body. That's a psychic development. That's a psychic connection. That's more of that intra communication. It's beautiful. And sometimes one of the best, sometimes these psychic developments, I think, show up as evolving. You get them as you evolve, and they help you to evolve. So something that I came into contact a while ago, which I honestly think is an evolutionary trait, or like, not like biology evolution, but because like I am evolving myself, something that I came to realize is that my body has very little to do with who I am and what people think of me. I know I dress like this and I look like this, but I get a lot of attention sometimes. And sometimes, a lot of the time, I'm very careful with what I wear when I go outside. I just happen to be like a curvy person, and I have all this thick, and people just love it. And sometimes I get like a lot of gross attention. And what I've come to realize is that like what they're reacting to has nothing to do with who I am. And people who are interested in me, I like to be cute, you know, like people can be interested in me.